Okay, so if I select this driver, you can see I've got channel box, it's the finger driver. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the software to basically link for this finger or fingers, it's going to be the rotation of Z on this controller. So whenever I do uh, E to rotate, and I rotate in the Z because that's the axis I want to rotate, that rotation will in fact be linked to the rotation Z axis of each one of these finger joints, and as this rotates, those will rotate. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to select each joint, going from the child up to its next parent, up to its top parent, holding down shift, and then I need to say, make sure you're in the animation submenu, animate, set driven key, set, and what happens is the set driven key menu loads and then it puts those joint names into this list here for driven, because they will be driven by the driver. If you deselect, you can then select the finger driver and say load driver, and that should put the attributes of that driver into this window. So load driver, there's the name, finger driver, and you can see the attributes there. Now all we need to do now is say is create a link between the finger driver or the NURB circle driver, which is going to be a rotate Z, with, if I just hold down shift and shift select all three, with each one of those finger joints rotational Z. Now before I hit key, just creating that link, what the software is waiting for is for me to say keyframe, and what it will do is it will keyframe its first rotational value of 0 based off where these fingers are, where these joints are in rotation, in their rotational axis, and where this driver's rotational axis is for rotational value is for Z. So if I select it and say key, remember that I'm looking at the Z, the finger joint turns purple. That is now set to a keyframe. So at rotation of 0, this finger is straight. Now what I need to do is just test it. Let's see if I select this one and I rotate. See how nothing really happens except that I am rotating the value, and you can see it going up and down. Let's just undo that, put that back to 0. What I need to do now is set the next keyframe and next value rotation of where this finger will be. So if I select the finger, and you can see the minute if I select any one of those joints, you see how it has a red keyframe, and that's because it's keyframed and it's linked to that driver with a value of 0 when this is 0. So what I need to do now is say, I'm going to just click on this set driver and just middle mouse drag. Let's drag that down to